Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be doing another airport update of Lexington Bluegrass Airport. I'm really excited for this update today. We got a lot of exciting things, lots of new route information, that kind of stuff, and not any specific new routes but lots of route movement. As well as an emergency landing, which is really quite exciting. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get straight into it with this American Eagle Embraer 170, and he is just arriving in from Dallas-Fort Worth, or Red River Aviation's airport. Moving on to the concourse, right here we have a Delta Connection CRJ200, and he is just about to push out for Minneapolis. That is actually an interesting route. Technically it is not returned yet, but it is going to be returning a few days after you guys are seeing this. So it was actually cut by Delta, and now it is returning very fast. So that's really great to see. Lots of action from Delta. Should be followed by Reagan and LaGuardia in September. So it'll be great once Delta have all of their old routes back. So a lot more Delta action at this airport. So really great to see, as well as that Delta mainline are actually supposed to return next month. So probably expect to see some of that in the next update. So really great to see. Lots of action from Delta. Next up, right here, we have a Delta Connection, again, Embraer 170, and he is just getting bags loaded on board for Atlanta, or Citrus Aviation's airport. Moving on over to the A concourse, which is currently only served by United. Right here, we have a United Express CRJ200, and he is just getting bags loaded on board for Chicago O'Hare. Moving on to the next gate right there, we have a United Express CRJ550, and he has just arrived in from also Chicago O'Hare. Chicago O'Hare is still going very strong from United. That is 3 times daily, twice on the 200s and once on the 550s. So really great to see Chicago going strong. Other routes still have not returned. Houston was actually cut, most likely due to the fact that Allegiant are starting up Houston Hobby, which is quite interesting. But I'm sure that United just didn't want to compete. But Dulles is still scheduled to return this August. So hopefully that won't get pushed back again. But United going strong. Really great to see. And finally, here we have our emergency landing. Really interesting. So basically, an Allegiant Airbus A320 departed Cincinnati bound for Fort Lauderdale, and some passengers noticed an odd smell in the cabin, and then at first they were going to return to Cincinnati to kind of check it out and see what was going on, and then one of the flight attendants actually started to feel sick from the smell, so they were worried it could be toxic, so they ultimately decided to divert to the nearest airport, which was Lexington. So there wasn't anything like particularly wrong with like the avionics of the plane. It was still technically considered an emergency landing. So he landed and went over to the gate, and they unloaded all the passengers. And then this plane, I believe, ended up going back up to Cincinnati to get a proper check. I'm not actually sure what happened after that. I assume it was just a small problem. But then they brought in another Allegiant A320 to carry those passengers back down to Fort Lauderdale, although they didn't end up getting out of here until about 11:30. So they spent about 12 hours in the airport, which is, if any of you guys have ever spent long periods of time in Lexington's airport, it gets boring fast, because it is not an airport meant for very long delays and wait times, because there aren't any connecting flights. So yeah, really cool to see. Luckily everyone was fine, so it's quite interesting because we really don't get stuff like this here very often, so it's pretty exciting when we do. So yeah, everyone, that does conclude our update for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you have time, leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts. Be sure to comment as well any subroutes you may have. And I hope you all do have an absolutely incredible rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye.